Hey everybody, greetings. Can someone send me a message in the chat box to let me know if you can hear me on tonight? We've been having some technical difficulties, probably because we're going to have a really cool conversation again tonight, or shall I say a conversation. All right. So the topic tonight is women don't cheat. Women never cheat. Women don't cheat. Ah, I see a comment. Hold on. Let me make sure. I can hear you loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, sister. So I'm going to need to hear some holla, holla, holla back from you, because now that I've got your attention that women do not cheat, they don't cheat on their spouses. They don't cheat on their significant others. Women don't even cheat on tests. No, we don't cheat. It's not in our blood. It's not in our DNA. We don't cheat. So we're going to talk about this in just a second, but I want to tell you that our proud sponsor of tonight's podcast is I'm Empowered Woman Worldwide TV Network. And I want to remind everyone that you can get your talk show, your comedy show, your inspirational show, your infomercials viewed by millions. This is a 17-year network at PTWWN TV Broadcasting of 17 years that I now I'm so excited that I have my own channel on this network. So you can get your own TV show as well. You can broadcast to millions. The podcasters out there, you can broadcast to millions. Pastors out there, you can broadcast to millions. Yes, you can. And guess what? We have a grant. We have the money, but we got to be able to use the grant money on some broadcasters. Yes. So all you got to do is go to www.empoweryourpower.com/my-TV-show before all the grant money goes away. Everything moving pretty slow. It sounds like something's wrong with the internet. Okay, but anyway, so before all the grant money goes away, because all you have to do, whether you are going to do an infomercial or your dream television show, okay, you only pay $249 one time for 13 weeks of 28 minutes and 30 seconds of airtime. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that that's really, 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 really good. Okay, that's really good. So listen, there won't be a lot of room pretty soon, because there's no network that's doing what we're doing. Okay, so this podcast is sponsored also by South University, who's one of our proud sponsors. I'm going to send that commercial over in just a second before we get started. South University is one of our proud sponsors. We thank South University, and we also thank Christian Strong. Christian Strong is an amazing sponsor that has helped us with our grant program for new TV broadcasters or podcasters that say, you know what, I'm ready to go to the next level in TV broadcasting. And so I thank God for South University and for Christian Strong as our proud sponsors. Here's a quick commercial from South University.
What do most people want from their jobs? To feel appreciated, the opportunity for advancement, good pay, and good benefits. If that sounds like you, consider a career in medical assisting. You could earn your degree online at South University, and classes are available at many South University campus locations as well as online. And nurses, you could earn your RN to BSN degree online. Whether you're looking to earn your associate degree in medical assisting or your RN to BSN degree, call
1-800-218-0976.
All righty. Thank you, South University, for being one of our proud sponsors and making it possible for men and women all around the world to have their own TV show on my channel. Thank you so much, South University. Instead of them paying $299 a week for airtime, they only have to pay $249 for 13 weeks of 28 minutes and 30 seconds. And also, they get an opportunity to go through training to have a brilliant broadcast. So we thank you, South University. And Christian Strong, shout out to you too. Glory to God for you as well. So I'm going to bring the panel in just a second. This is our Pay It Forward panel. We've got about 4 or 5 individuals that weren't able to come on tonight, and they will be here next week by God's grace. But I'm really excited about these 2 gentlemen that are here tonight, because they're going to speak on behalf of the men. And we're going to ask any men that are watching, please comment on tonight, because we want to save our relationships. Okay, we really want to do what we can to save our relationships. And every podcast that is positive and progressive, okay, and solution oriented is going to help us save our relationships, okay? So if you would like to be on the panel, the Pay It Forward panel, I'm going to ask you to please, I got to see some comments in the chat box, but I also want you to go to www.impoweryourpower.com/TV guest. Okay. If you want to be part of this, part of the panel, we would love to have you because again, we want to save our relationships. All right. I'm going to bring everybody in because, you know, I'll talk all night. I get excited about having panels on. I'm going to bring Yaya on. There she is. My brother Ron, what's happening? Hey there, hey there. And my boo thing, Prophet Abraham is here as well. And I'm so excited you're here, honey, because I know it's like 2 a.m. there. So glad you are here. All right. So y'all heard me say women don't cheat. You heard me say it loud and clear. Okay. Yeah, I said that. So now that I've got your attention, I want to tell you, how do you know and how is it most likely that a woman is cheating when she does this or when she does that? I'm a woman, okay? I'm not a cheater. Thank God I've been saved. All right. And I have an amazing husband. But I want to talk about this because it is likely that women are cheating when they do this, when they accept gifts from other men and they don't tell their husband or their significant other, whether they're engaged or dating. So briefly, tell me what your thought is on that. Is it okay for a woman to accept a gift if she's in a monogamous relationship? Yes, honey. I can't hear you. It's chopping up again.
Okay, can you?
A little bit. Let's see. Say something. Uh-oh. No, I can't hear you, honey. I'm going to go to the next person, but as soon as you start talking, I'm going to see if I can hear you. For what? Type it in the chat box for me if you can. Yeah. I cannot hear you.
Okay.
It's very choppy. All right. I'm going to go to the next person. All right. Keep it coming, honey, because at some point you got to go to another room maybe, I think, to see if that works. Okay, Ron, is it okay for your wife, fiance, to accept gifts from another man and not tell you?
No. No, yeah. Why would you not want to tell me? That would be my thing. Why would you not want to tell? So, you know, getting gifts, that's you know, that's a separate issue, but not wanting to tell me is where I have the problem with. Like I
like that. He said getting gifts is one thing, but not telling me, that's a bigger problem. Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you, it is very likely that a female is not having a really good, is not on the journey to fidelity if she's accepting gifts from a man and she's not telling her significant other. Okay. Yeah. Accepting gifts is one thing and not telling him, that's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's something that we really have to get to the bottom of and find out what's going on. Something led to that. Something led to that.
Yeah.
And she's opening the door for that other man, okay, to think she's available. What did you say? Yeah. Honey, honey, can you talk now so I can see if I can hear you?
Well, yeah.
Talk, honey.
Okay.
It's a little choppy still. Just keep talking. Let's see if we can hear you. Is it choppy to you?
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Daddy. No, honey. We can hear you, but it's like
So don't worry. Let me stay around. Don't worry. There's the network.
You know what, baby? Leave and
Not
come
good.
back real quick. Leave and come back.
We'll
Leave
put
out and then come back in. Let's see what happens, okay? Or use another phone.
Yeah.
You got two.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. What you got, Yasha? Yeah.
It is absolutely
Hey.
not
Leave and come back.
okay. Absolutely not okay for a woman to
Not
take gifts from a man.
okay.
Can't hear me.
So forget that.
Baby, we can't hear you. So leave out and come back. All right.
Again, it is absolutely not okay for a lady to accept gifts from another man.
And is it likely that she is, being having a journey of infidelity if she's doing that? Is it likely?
If she isn't, she's on her way to do
She's
it.
on her way to doing it.
And that man knows it.
And that man knows
and that's
it.
his way
Exactly.
of getting in.
Get your wife back. That man knows it. And let me tell you something.
Let's ask
Ron just said it. He just
Well,
said it.
well, let me ask y'all though. Then what is there ever a case where a woman would accept a gift and it not be, and it not lead to infidelity? Is there
For
any?
me, that's a great question. I would love to hear what our audience has to say on that too. If you can kind of chime in and comment in on that one, because I will tell you, for me, I think we talked about this, Ron, a few weeks ago, where my husband and I were talking about how we had a lot of conversations before we even had a twinkle in our eye about being engaged, and we had to cross some of those lines because he's a very disciplined man, and so he wanted to let me know, as it relates to culture, as it relates to principles, as it relates to integrity, everything, how he felt about certain things. So he told me that up front. But for me, I know if I'm taking a gift from somebody and I'm not telling somebody that I care about, that means I'm keeping secrets, right? So that means either I'm already cheating, or I don't want to have any commitment, or I'm gonna cheat. It just, it's just not, it's a dishonest thing. It really is. And because you took the gift, and if it wasn't, or some people could have a problem with drawing lines, right? Setting boundaries. So they don't really know that taking a gift it could be construed as something not good, right? And then to not tell your mate, whatever the excuse or reason is, there's no reason to.
Why would you accept? Okay, why would a female, a lady, accept a gift from another man? It's almost a slap in the face to your mate that you can't provide these things for me, so I'm gonna go somewhere else and get it. That's one thing. Now, if it is a gift from maybe another married couple,
that's different, I think, but still, you still got to tell your husband.
Yeah, I would say that would be my problem, is if just to not tell him. Like the gift problem, that doesn't bother me as much, because I feel like it's our gift then. So okay,
Honey,
you want to contribute to our house, yeah, go ahead. You can get
it better be something y'all both can
I'll
use.
take it too.
Okay.
But if she's trying to keep it for herself and keep it away from me, that's the problem I would have.
That's the problem.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you a little bit better.
All right. I wouldn't appreciate. I wouldn't if it's me. I wouldn't appreciate that, because fine, you can take a gift from someone, but I have to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I trust my wife. I know she'll never do that. She'll okay, honey, this is what is happening, and so that's it. So I will not doing my stuff with somebody who is keeping secret for me. I will not keep secret for her. So I will not appreciate her keeping secret for me.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Even if one of my family give me something, I have to let my wife know about it.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Even if my mother, my father, fine, they're dead now, but if they're still alive, if they give me something, I would have to let my wife know about it. There's nothing I do. I have to keep it away from my wife.
Yeah.
She's my
wow.
soulmate. Right. She's my everything.
Yeah.
So as couples, we are one. So we have to make sure we share things with each other, not by hiding it. Because the more you hide it, there are some ways that devil enter relationship.
Exactly.
You are not careful, devil is gonna just come in like a snake, like a serpent.
That's
You
that
know,
other.
because you start keeping things like you do it at the first time, you do the second time, third time. From there it's going to be mandatory, and then from there,
Wow.
you can use that opportunity to get the woman heart or the man's heart. Like, okay, you've been keeping things for your husband. Why can't you keep this hidden relationship? Do it.
Wow.
And, from there, you're going to fall into trap. And once you
That's
enter
deep.
it
That's
once,
almost like cheating.
It is
you,
cheating, actually.
When you're
once you
keeping
do it
yourself
once,
like that.
you'll not be able to control yourself. You'll not be able to run away from it because that's why in the Bible, the Bible says that in the Garden of Eden, all the fruits, you have the access to eat it, but there's a particular one God doesn't want you to eat. So once you eat it, you once you eat. So the devil used the trickish
Use
for
tricks.
men to eat it. The ones that eat it, the mission of God in their life destroyed.
Wow.
So that's
deep.
so they sinned against the will of God. So once you do fornication or adultery, or maybe you hide something for your husband, there's no way fornication will not come in, or adultery will not come in, because it's not something you can say out. This is what I'm doing. It's not something you can bold yourself to
You know
tell your man.
what,
Yes. It's not
honey?
something you can be, baby.
You know what? You just said something. Well, you said a lot, which I love. Here's, I got to piggyback on this real quick, because a lot of times we as women, okay, we will take a gift. And I say women because I'm a woman, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do this, because by the grace of God. We will take a gift and we'll tell our husband or our significant other, oh, it doesn't mean anything, once they find out that we accepted that gift. And so I agree with my husband, and I see Ron does too, and so does Yaya, that it opens up the door for a whole bunch, for the devil to do even more trickish things. If you're keeping it doesn't matter if it didn't mean anything, you still need to talk about it, and it is a form of cheating, because you didn't tell the truth and you didn't acknowledge it. You didn't, you know what I'm saying?
It's not even the gift, but we need to test our heart. We need to test our heart. We need to test, the kind of women we are dating, or we are married to, or we married to. We need to test our heart. For you to hide that means if more is still coming, you're still going to hide it.
Wow.
And if you are not careful,
he said more is still
you're
coming.
still
You're
going
still
to hide
that too.
So
you're still going to hide it.
So what'd you say, Ron?
No, the issue is hiding. That's the real issue, is hiding.
The real issue is hiding it.
Is not being able to be open with your
There's two issues here: taking it and then hiding. Okay, I got something else for you. Got to go to the next subject because we don't have all night, and I know y'all want to go. And let's go. All right, so here's another one. It's very likely that she is cheating and I'm just being real, if you're not able to reach her, like with no valid reason, because women, we want you to be reachable. So we're most of the time reachable. Okay. But all of a sudden, if there's a pattern of her not being reachable and she has no valid reason or excuse, or if she can't reach you when she calls you and then you call her back and she goes, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay, she's real nonchalant. Women, we're nurturers, right? We're qualitative and men are quantitative. So if we shift on you like that, where we're not reachable and we don't have any valid reason, okay, or we don't even offer up a reason, and then when we try to reach out to you, you're not reachable and then you call us back and we're like, oh, don't worry about it, it's all good. All of a sudden changes. It's very likely that she's on the road to cheating. Would you agree or not, as men? Ron?
Yeah, I think, you know, when you say the pattern, that's the thing. Like, I know things come up. You know, people have lives, and you know, my woman, I would want her to, you know, have something independent of me. You know, goals and other things like that. That would be independent of me. But you know, touching bases and, you know, that trust factor, at least that trust factor. So yeah, you know, that pattern, what you said about the pattern, if it's a pattern, then yeah, that's when it becomes a problem, especially if I express it. So if we're communicating properly and I tell you, hey, you know, I would like for you to, you know, communicate or reach back out to me, you know, so I know that you're doing okay, that everything's good while you're doing whatever you're doing. You know, keep in touch with me. And you fail to do it, then, you know, that's when you're not considering you know, what, you know, my feelings in this situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that, Ron. I like that. You know what, Prophet, what if I'm not reaching back out to you, if I'm just, you know, all of a sudden I'm unavailable, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But, you know, I don't call you back. I a pattern of not calling you back. What would you do?
Let me tell you this, you know, every relationship have beginning. You know, it depends on our beginning. It depends on how we started. You know, if you are the type that, you know, in the beginning, I discovered that you are not the type that really, you know, quickly get back to me on time or something. In the beginning, when we start, I'm not going to be, I will understand you. I know that's a habit. You know, you know, you need to know a woman habit as a woman habit. Okay, this is a habit. This is how she do. And if you don't like it, you try to express yourself to her. Maybe I don't like it. This is how I want it. But yeah, it's not changing. If she's not changing, and if she's the type you love, you know, you need to just accept her. Like, okay, that's a habit. That's my cross. That's a habit.
That's my cross. That's her habit.
That does not mean she's cheating on me. But if she's not the type that does that before, like in the beginning, she responds, she do well with you, like, okay, this is what I want. And suddenly
she changed.
Like,
what'd you say, Ron? She changed.
Yeah, you know, that's good.
Attitude, like kind of, you know, just weird habits.
Why you gotta do your neck like that? Why you gotta do your neck?
Yaya said, why you gotta do your neck like that when you say that, Joseph? Like women got an attitude when,
you know, like my ex-wife.
He just live by that.
My ex-wife started well with me.
Don't bring that up.
That's good. It's a testimony.
Yeah, my ex-wife started well with me. You know, do all I want. Like, okay, you know, if I call her once, she will answer me 2 times. You know, suddenly just change because, you know, most of our women love money. They're fond of money. They're fond of, you know, things of words. Like,
so as Americans.
And everything just come down, like brokenness comes. Like, they don't
brokenness comes.
They struggling. They don't mind. Like,
it's chopping up now, honey, again.
You know, I said most of women, they were fond of. You get what I'm saying? They were fond of, you know, money. And if you don't have money, you know, like, you know, poverty comes, like, you know, the problem.
So
being a house rent, the problem. That means, man, you already have a problem.
Wow.
Because women, you know, stay under
it's
that problem.
Chopping, baby. Oh, baby. I know. Let me.
He has some good points.
Yeah, Ron, what'd you say, Ron?
He has some good points about. I like what he said about starting and how things start in your relationship. when you notice that change, like you were saying, how you pay attention to how it starts, because you want that to continue, because that's how you attract someone, by how things start. And then when you change things, it's kind of deceptive. And so I like that part, what he was talking about.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I like what he said about the habit, because if you notice this is how that person is, then you like he said, is my cross. You bear it. You don't think that they're doing something wrong because they keep doing it. Do you want to stay with them or not? Yeah, real quick.
That's exactly a good point. That's what I was about to say when he said you have to study that person almost, and when you notice that person is, just for example, an introvert. Sometimes these type of people need seclusion. Most often.
Yeah.
And they will disappear on you for,
and it might not necessarily mean they're cheating.
For a couple hours or a couple days, they need that time.
I draw the line right there. Yeah, you disappear for a couple of days.
And they may not answer the phone. But you have to trust your partner and to know what type of person they are. And that's a big thing right there, knowing what type of person,
knowing their habit, like you said. Yeah.
And that's, again, learning how to communicate.
Yeah, communicate.
Right.
How to communicate.
If that person is introverted, is social person, or extroverted, you will better know how that person moves and how that person communicates, and your relationship will be better.
Now, thank you for that, Yaya. Thank you, Ron.
Hold on.
Can you close it out in 30 seconds for me, Daddy?
Yes. In 30,
okay.
In
let's go. 30 seconds, not minutes.
Unlike me now, in the beginning, my ministry was down. Nothing was, immediately when my wife came into my life, everything boom up. Like, just like God is waiting for her to come into my life. Immediately step a leg into my life, everything changed. God boosted up my ministry. I started having a lot of people call my ministry. To the extent that now like 350. Oh my God.
Listen, next time you need to be in the other house, because this is not, it's crazy. Yeah, that's okay, honey.
Yeah.
But I know what he's about to say, y'all, so I can wrap it for him because I know it's choppy. What he was saying was, it was when we first began to date and talk and build our relationship, he had a whole lot of time. And so when I called, he was like, boom, 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 boom. I mean, he was on it, and he was calling me a lot, to the point I was like, hold up, I got to work. Look, where you? But he had a lot of time because they had members, but not as many members. And then all of a sudden, like literally, like while we were together, the few months, it's like we went from 20 to over 300 members. And so now ministry became like a big, so he couldn't get back to me right away. But I didn't think he was cheating. I trusted him. So I knew ministry, and he kept me, he would say, here's the situation on ground. So that's something to learn, because he was like, here's what's happening. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's what was, he began to now fill that gap with communicating, like Ron said, and letting me know. Because if you don't, one thing about women, I said women don't cheat, but that was just to get your attention. But one thing about women is, we sometimes will overanalyze things, and we will draw our own story, our own conclusion. And if one thing goes this way, we've added 10 more. And then instead of us, counseling with God, we counsel with acquaintances or friends. And if those friends aren't aligned properly with God and saying this relationship needs to stay together, give him the benefit of the doubt, give him some grace, call him, talk to him, whatever, then you start, like he said, it opens the door for the enemy to come in and just ruin your relationship. And this man is probably doing the right thing. Okay. And sometimes we don't even talk to the man. We just go seeking validation for someone else, and we take gifts that we don't tell them about. So it can go all kinds of crazy ways. I think that's what you were about to say, honey. I was trying to close it out because we only have like couple of more minutes. Did I close it out right? Okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you, baby.
Mhm.
I want to add one more comment out here. When we say women don't cheat, okay, and I know that's a lie, but we would like for it not to be that way. And I think because we women are qualitative, it's so important to have a God-fearing man in our lives so that they can really discern, pray, and study the Word of God and discern when something looks like it's going wrong with the woman. Okay, when she starts to detract, or when she starts to try to communicate with you and you're not listening, or don't feel like listening, or don't consider it, right? Because what happens is she will start doing things like that sometimes. Okay, um, especially she will start doing things like that, accepting gifts. She'll start disappearing. She'll have friends that will come in her life sometimes that you're like, this doesn't look like a good friendship. It's keeping you away from me. And she will fight for that friendship more than she'll fight for what you feel about that friendship keeping you away from her, or her away from you. Huh? That can go either way. All of this can go either way, right? But let me ask you this. Men, if the woman has a friend in their life that all of a sudden, now I'm going to say all of a sudden, let me just add this, or maybe not all of a sudden, it just seems to go, it peaks, that they are out with that friend all the time. And then you come in, husband or fiance, significant other, and you say, listen, I really want to start spending time with you. Can you, like, what's up? Like, this friend has all of your time. And she says, no, I'm going to stay with my friend. I see you, Ron. I'm going to stay with my friend. You just have a problem with it. That's on you. What is your thought about that? Do you think that she's likely doesn't value you as a relationship? What are your thoughts on that? If she chooses a friend over you, and or communicating with you about your feelings about that friend and the timing. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious right there that you don't really care about how I feel about the situation, especially since you gonna tell me no. You're gonna tell me no because you want to go with your friends. You know it. We can work out. I can work out anything if you consider how I feel about it. But if you just gonna flat
Mm-hmm.
out not consider my feelings, then that's when we have problems. Because I'm gonna do my best to consider your feelings when I do other things that you may not like. And
Right.
um, so I need to consider your feelings as well. So if you don't consider each other's feelings, then why are we in a relationship?
Wow. If you don't consider each other's feelings, then why are we in a relationship? I love
That
this.
was good. That
That's
was good.
good. That's good stuff.
Thank
I
you.
mean, because a healthy relationship. I mean, with that friend, is that friend more important than the relationship with your man? It really depends. It could go both ways. Like, how is that relationship? Are
It
you doing a
depends.
relationship
It
check? Are you
depends.
talk to
Yeah.
me?
And,
Talk to
and if you really care, like if you really care, you can find creative ways to make both, to bring us both together.
You
Have your
have
I
friends
like
and
that.
have
you
if you
have
really
to.
care, if you're willing to put in that kind of work and that means that much to you. Because I'm a person. I don't believe in taking you away from your outside friends and just making you all to myself. I don't believe in that. But I think
Uh-huh.
that, I think that when it starts to be consumed and out of balance in one direction, I think it's time to kind of look at more creative ways to kind of
Mm-hmm.
get that balance to where we can all get time. We can do.
Ron, can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Husband,
I don't hear him.
can it froze so y'all can hear us?
I can hear.
Okay, we're about to close out, y'all. This was really good comments and really good conversation. The goal is to really be able to pick up on the signs of what could mean that your mate, especially your woman, is likely um, on a journey to infidelity, and really, get that discernment out, your prayer going, and when and how to communicate with your wife or your significant other to get to the core of what the issue is, so that you all can begin to work on repairing that relationship just in case she's going the other way, and really set some boundaries set some expectations, some accountability and responsibility so we can save our relationships. All right. And our relationships can last much, much, much longer. All right. I like what my husband said earlier. We are one. And when you get into that relationship that you really care about that other person, you're one. When you get into marriage, you are one. So what's important to me has to be important to you. What's important to him has to be important to you. Yep. Period. Say less. Any closing comments, Ron?
This was great conversation. Communication is the key, and I see that theme every week. So I really appreciate the conversation. It was good.
Communication is key. And it's interesting you say that because next week we're going to talk about men.
Okay.
Men don't cheat. And when I give you these things that we talk about next week, it's going to be like, oh, wow. I cannot wait to hear what the guys have to say. So we want more guys on the panel for next week and definitely want women on the panel for next week. Husband, any quick closing comments for us?
Very good. Very good.
Okay, I know what that means.
Yeah, we know
it's still a little choppy, sweetheart, but I know what that means. So great. Thank you, honey. Yeah. You got some closing comments for us?
Just be very complete, and it's possible to work out any friendship and your relationship. It's just a matter of time and communication. And what's important to you,
What's important to you? Wow.
It's very important to have friends outside of your relationship. And if your partner is possessive and doesn't understand that and saying no, then that's an issue. So it's very important to have friends outside of your relationship and people, talk to you and just unwind with them. So
that's a good point.
The
communication is the key. Both of you are saying that, and you're right. That's what we've been hearing the whole time for the last few weeks. That communication is the key, and it's one of the biggest things that we don't do as male and female. Because I do have one more thing, sweetheart. Real quick, I gotta ask this question. I have to. When a woman says "never mind," what does that mean? Speaking of communication. Ron, what does "never mind" mean?
They don't know. You're the female. They don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what "never mind" means.
Okay.
Never mind means
Wait.
Be mad as hell. We're mad. I mean, leave us alone. And it actually means
hello. I tell you.
Tell me real quick, cause it's choppy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hear you, honey.
Okay.
Can't hear.
We got to get you next time. Baby. We cannot hear you.
Can't hear you. Network.
We're gonna get you next time. I'm gonna ask this question next time just for you, honey. Ron, when a woman says "never mind."
Oh man. Oh, I can hear echoing in my head now. I've heard that so many times.
You know what it means.
I already know.
Answer now. Do whatever it is that we're asking you now.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't mean "never mind," just by the way.
It means the direct opposite.
I want to remind y'all that women are qualitative and men are quantitative. If a man says "never mind," he means never mind.
All right.
Most of the time. Like,
right.
Okay, bye.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. But if a woman says "never mind," it means come and get me. Like, come and make this right. Like, don't stop. Like, or I'm fine. I'm fine for a man means I'm fine. We good. For a woman means I'm not fine. Look at Ron's face. Look at my husband. My husband knows. Yeah. So that means you need to come fix it. Don't mean leave. All right. So speaking of communication, that's what we're talking about. We're going to go ahead and close it out because it is 9:34. We're 15 minutes over, and we were 15 minutes late, I believe. So I'm excited that we were able to have a productive conversation. Next week, we are talking about men don't cheat. All right. So.
And we're gonna see Sister Yaya next week on camera with the microphone.
Right.
No, I love the picture.
Yes, even if you don't want to come on picture, I'm gonna bring her.
Yeah, there we go.
He said, even if you don't want to come, he's gonna bring you on. All right, y'all. God bless each of you. It was great having this conversation, and we'll see you. By God's grace, we'll see you on next week. Thank you so much. Hang tight for a second.
What do most people want from their jobs? To feel appreciated, the opportunity for advancement, good pay, and good benefits. If that sounds like you, consider a career in medical assisting. You could earn your degree online at South University, and classes are available at many South University campus locations as well as online. And nurses, you could earn your RN to BSN degree online. Whether you're looking to earn your associate degree in medical assisting or your RN to BSN degree, call
1-800-218-0976.
Good night. See you next time.